some of the history here of the cenotaph at the Whalley Legion is this was originally on the corner of 108th and King George in the middle of...
oh, so they moved? This has been moved then?
Yeah, this was originally in the middle of King George Highway.
In the middle of it?
Yeah.
Oh, like between the lanes, you mean? Or?
Yeah, right on the island. There used to be an island there, and it was located on the island, and I guess it was about the 60s they moved it over to this location here, and it's been here since about the 60s.
Wow.
So this building was built in about 1947, 48, I believe it is. It's coming up on its 65th anniversary. At one time this was the largest commercial facility outside of Vancouver for hall rentals, and then it would have occupancy loads of 350 people upstairs. It's a great facility, but it's well past its age.
So in here is, unfortunately it's closed, so we can't go in.
And they do have barbecues out here in the summer, and the LA Ladies Auxiliary puts on a barbecue every Tuesday actually through the summer.
Okay.
It's 5 to 7 p.m. here. Outside we have an area where people come out in the summer and sit and have a nice drink in the afternoon sun. You come on a Tuesday evening, like I said, about 5 to 7 p.m. and get in on a great barbecue that they do up every week, and there's lots of good entertainment that always comes on through the Whalley Legion.
So as I mentioned earlier with playing with the Air Cadets, this is actually the building where we do all of our practicing and all of our parades. So every Tuesday night we would come together, and I think they still do.
How old were you? Sorry, how old were you?
I joined when I was 16. Technically you can join when you're 12. I just didn't realize cadets was around until it was too late. And so when I was 16 I joined up with the Air Cadets and then started the bagpipes not long after. And you can actually hear them, they're playing in there right now. And that's the military band that's playing. So that's like the brass instruments and the woodwind instruments. So I actually started with them, with my clarinet, and then I kind of got swiped into the pipe band with my friend Nathan, and fell in love with that side. But this is where we'd go, we'd meet up, we'd practice, work on our drill, which is walking with your arms straight, how to stand still. They do all of your teaching. We'd even teach classes, so we learn all about, oh my gosh, teaching classes, discipline. We learn about public speaking, leadership, how to guide others, how to take care of yourself, how to keep yourself looking the best that you can with your uniform and your hair and the way you look. Everyone's got the same look, which is amazing nowadays. So it's really beneficial for me. It taught me how to public speak, how to talk to people, how to be, well educated and disciplined, and make sure you follow your directions and kind of go for it. And it was a really good avenue to have as a teenager.
I started here with Air Cadets myself when I was 13 years old in 1982, so I've been around this annex building and the Legion building since that time. I spent 6.5 years here in Air Cadets and went from being a raw AC Air Cadet up to being a warrant officer second class, and right after that, 6 months later, I was into the military for 5 years out of high school. Served 5 years in the Reg Force. And came back and started teaching with the cadets in '99 as an instructor for the pipe band, and carried on with that till about 2008 when they disbanded the pipe band. But they're always looking to try and get it going again, but it's a struggle to find pipers that are beginners at that age. It's tough to keep them focused on what they're doing.
Where did you serve?
I served here in Canada. I spent a year in Chilliwack. I spent 3 years in 3 years in Nova Scotia at Greenwood, and I spent a year in Ontario, doing mostly training for those year stints, Chilliwack and Ontario.
Oh yeah, I've been to Greenwood. I did the Greenwood 10K there once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's a nice place to visit.
The Army Cadets too. The Army Cadets actually practice in the Brown building. So they have Air Cadets here one night, and then the Army Cadets practice a different night. So it's a different avenue for kids. If you're not into flying, you can be into more of like the military aspect, so the grunt man. And there's always rivals between the sea, the air, and the land. So the Army Cadets, they go there. So they practice right next to us. Not on the same night, because that would be contradictory, but they do practice here too, which is kind of cool.
Okay.